Biafra, the only hope we have. We salute you. We appreciate you. We salute you. We appreciate you. Yo. Amadike, one no Biafra. Odogu, Chukwaki, Kechekwagi, let it in the rogi. Dragon Master, Biko do. My Prime Minister, Atakata Abuo. Take us to bus stop. The era you to Nayasi. Anya Chikanewo, everybody knows in a jogodo. We want to go. Yo. Enu no. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. Cabinet members, download. Media people, GCK. Deep down our heart in you. Biafra, GCK. We are proud of you. We are very, very grateful. GCK. We cannot forget all your sacrifice. GCK. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you.
It's Black Star Bitch.
They're going to Pushyoko. Yo. Biafra Liberation Army. Biafra Defense Force. Biafra Marino. Biafra National League. Omunikwe Battalion. We cannot forget all your sacrifice. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, let it in the rogi. Dragon Master, Biko do. My Prime Minister, Atakata Abuo. Take us to bus stop. The era you to Nayasi. Anya Chikanewo, everybody knows in a jogodo. We want to go. Yo. Enu no. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. Cabinet members, download. Media people, GCK. Deep down our heart in you. Biafra, GCK. We are proud of you. We are very, very grateful. GCK. We cannot forget all your sacrifice. GCK. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you.
It's Black Star Bitch.
They're going to Pushyoko. Yo. Biafra Liberation Army. Biafra Defense Force. Biafra Marino. Biafra National League. Omunikwe Battalion. We cannot forget all your sacrifice. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you.
Biafra is here. Special thanks to Mazi Simon, the Prime Minister.
na-eme n'ụbọchị nke taa obodo ekwensị bụ zoo Nigeria lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngosi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke brejide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site ka o si wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo kwesị bụ zuu Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya. Chineke nna dị ngọzi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke brejide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga
Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic!
I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is the fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. I will be here. Biafra freedom will come from diaspora. I promised them for many years, since 2021, that I will bring the Biafra freedom from diaspora. I want you to look around yourself. Is it not coming from diaspora? They thought they have locked everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, they kill you. If you do, they will challenge you. Come to Nigeria, so we'll take you serious. Come to Nigeria. Because I will not come to Nigeria. If you want to die, go and put yourself on hold up. I will not come to Nigeria. I will be here to fight for my people, and I will be here and free my people from Nigeria. When Queen Elizabeth was controlling you in Nigeria and doing amalgamation, was she there? Was she there? Queen Elizabeth, the same Londugard, was she there? I will do like her. I will be here and free Biafra, and then I will come to unify Biafra people after Biafra has been recognized. I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is the fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. Thank you very much.
Today. By the power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and after you have voted for the open gate for the Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected this program, wherever you have connected from. Whether you are joining us from Biafra land, you are joining us from Asia, you are joining us from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining us from, welcome you to this program. And I say, may Chukwu Okikabia continue to guide and protect you. My fellow Biafrans, we have come once again today to do the needful. We have come once again today to bring update and speak on the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. A lot of things are happening. So many things are going on. If you are genuinely a Biafra, you must tighten up your belt. You must get prepared more than ever before. If you are genuinely a Biafra, prepare. The journey has just started. Why the enemies of Biafra, the propagandists, are doing everything they can to stop us, we are moving with speed. Wherever you have connected for this program, I welcome you and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, and share the program. Subscribe, like, and share. Very, very important. In this very platform, every one of you know why we are here. This is a platform that is under the Biafra government. A platform supporting the Biafran government. Every one of us must tighten up our belts. The war that they have been running away from has just started and is going to intensify. It is very important that every one of us understands that freedom is not dashed out. You must understand that there are prices that you have to pay for your freedom. There are prices to pay. And every one of us must be prepared to pay that price. That is why I titled this very topic today, I titled it, The Unquenchable Desire for Freedom by Biafrans from Nigeria Evil Company of the British. The unquenchable desire for freedom. The Biafran people, our desire for freedom is unquenchable. If you are a Biafran today and you have not yet tightened up your belt, no, sorry. You must tighten up your belt because the gate of hell is about to be opened. Our unquenchable desire for freedom, the desire for freedom in 2024 in the minds and heart of every Biafran is unquenchable. It does not matter the propagandists. It doesn't matter what the Afonjas are saying. It doesn't matter what the Ifajunas are doing. It doesn't matter what the IPOB Nigeria is doing. It doesn't matter what Asorok and the Zoo is doing. Our desire for freedom in 2024 is unquenchable. If you do not know this, you better know it now. The pursuit of the freedom of Biafran people from the company called Nigeria, the British company, that company that the British established for their own selfish interest. We have waited for a very long time for this moment. We have waited and waited and waited. Now that we are here, there is no going back. Every one of us as Biafran must know that there is no going back. The stage is set. The only thing you should be concerned yourself today with is to think, how are you going to be free? The conspiracy against the Biafran people is huge, is very huge, and it is not something you are going to stop by just talking. You can stop it with action. The supreme leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, called it a global conspiracy, and that is what it is. The global conspiracy against the Biafran people is unimaginable, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. When we say Igbo Biafrans, or when we say Igbos, some people misunderstand us. That is why some of our brothers in the riverine area, they think we are trying to take away their identity. It is not so. Everybody living in the old Southeastern region, they have a connection with the Igbos, and Igbos are the big brother. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it is the truth. You can make research on your own. Go to Google and ask, who is the closest relation to every tribe in the old Southeastern region? The only tribe that is connected to every other tribe in the old Southern region is the Igbos. That is why the Janjaweed, the Fulanis, and the British, they know very well that the Igbos are the center of everything. They are the center of the origin of every other person in that area. So they focus the attack on the head. The attack you are seeing today, it is not just against the Igbo Biafran. The attack is against every single one of us that is living in the old Southeastern region. But they prefer to use that title, Igbo, to make it easy for them. That was why they succeeded in confusing some of our brothers to deny their identity. For porridge, they sold their identity for porridge, for what they will eat, for post, for recognition, for friends. And selling this identity is not only for people in the riverine area. There are some people in the mainland, even Igbos in the mainland, who have sold their identity. Today, they cannot identify with whom they are as a Biafran. What a shame. It is very shameful that in 2024, somebody of Igbo extraction is denying who he is. You are denying your Biafranness. You are still ashamed to present yourself as a Biafran because of your idiotic friends. Because you want to sound civil. Because you want to be acceptable to your enemies. Because you want to show them your innocence. You deny whom you are. And you think you are doing yourself good. You are not doing yourself good. You are actually digging your grave. Any moment you deny whom you are digging your grave. I pity some of you who think that by denying your Biafranness, that you are secured. You have made the greatest mistake. From the moment you deny your Biafranness, you have exposed yourself to the danger. And they will come after you without fear. But when you identify as a Biafran, they will be afraid. When they hear the name, do you ask yourself, each of those Afonjas and all those idiotic people, when they hear that name Biafra, they feel so agitated, they feel restless. Have you asked yourself why? Whenever you mention the name Biafra, they feel agitated. They will mention their Oduduwa. Nobody cares. We are not bothered. Those who are Arewa will call themselves Arewa. Even in their House of Assembly and the Senate, they address themselves as Arewa and Oduduwa. Nobody feel agitated. But once you open your mouth to identify as a Biafra, all hell will break loose. They will become restless. They will be running from pillar to pole. Have you asked yourself why? They have preached different kinds of lie and propaganda against us. It did not stand. They called us domineering. But from every indication from history, we have never fought any war to dominate people. The Igbo Biafrans never go to any war to take over people's land or dominate people. It is not because we are not strong. It is not because we don't have the numbers. It is not because we don't have the strength or wisdom, but it is against the will of Chukwu Okekabiam. Biafra is a place where people have equal rights to exist and survive. But in the Zoological Republic, this is a place where they put you in captivity. You only become accepted when you accept second-class citizen. The British enter into a business with the zoo, and they handed over the Zoological Republic to the Fulanese to run the business for them. And the Fulanese has continued to run that business for them until the Biafrans rose up and said enough is enough. And they cannot have it. They can't imagine why a Biafran will rise up and say enough is enough. They think they can stop us with their propaganda. They think they can stop us with blackmail. We are unstoppable. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must not allow any propaganda, blackmail to get to you. You must be focused. We have come a long way. We have fought wars and we are ready to fight it again if need be. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria is not a country, has never been and will never be. That is why we do not want to continue to play that game with them. We want out of that contraption. And it doesn't matter how they feel or what they take, we are going out. Those who have sold themselves to the enemy should go ahead. We cannot be part of a terrorist organization. We cannot be part of that terrorist group controlled and run by terrorists. We can't be part of it. It does not matter how they do it, what they do. We don't care. All we are saying is that we will not be part of that Zoological Republic. An entity that has nothing to offer. A terrorist country run by terrorists. And when we say the zoo is run by terrorists, some of them will think we are making it up. I didn't say it. They say it by themselves in their own media. The vice president of the zoo today was the man that formed the Boko Haram. The vice president of the zoo today, the idiot who went to the United Nations and was advocating for the freedom of his fellow terrorists. That man is the person who formed the Boko Haram in Nigeria, a terrorist group. But he went to the United Nations, he had that boldness to begin to call for the freedom of other people when he has not freed the people that he is holding captive. A terrorist. And it is a shameful thing that the United Nations gave him a platform to speak And that is one thing I do not understand. The United Nations that banned innocent people who were working for their own country, were banned from speaking in the United Nations. But they see a terrorist, they allow a terrorist to speak in the United Nations. Every one of us know that Muammar Gaddafi was banned from United Nations. He never spoke there. Until the time they lifted the ban and they spoke after his speech on United Nations, that was his end. After they gave Muammar Gaddafi a handshake, his end came. All this while, when he was in sanction, he was living fine. They could not penetrate. But when they gave him that kiss, that devilish kiss, Muammar Gaddafi lose his guard and they took his life. The Western people will never support something that will benefit you. It is always about them. As long as their own interest is covered, they are good to go. They can support the devil if their interest is covered. And we are learning from them. We are learning very well. We are learning from the West. And today, we only support a place where our own interest is covered. Anything that does not cover our own interests, we are not part of it. Whenever our own interest is not covered, we will not be part of it. We only go for where our own interests covered. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I want you to know that it is Biafra first. The United Nations don't care about you. That is why they will allow a terrorist to come and speak. For some of you who might be doubting, why do we call him a terrorist? You think that it is me that call him, right? You think it is the Biafran that identified him as a terrorist, your vice president. I want you to watch this video.
Multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times, they are the governors, the people in...
You're asking me who is doing the mining. Are you asking me? You don't know who is doing the mining. Look at the mineral resources this woman is mentioning in the northern part of Nigeria. Mineral is everywhere in the north. They harvest it for themselves. Nobody gives account of it. But when they look at Biafra land, everything they see, they want to take it to themselves. All they know is to take over. That is what they are looking for. Are we going to allow them to take over our nation? Impossible. We will not allow them. We will not allow them to take over Biafra land. Every state in that zoo has enough mineral resources to sustain it. But because of the criminality of the people in the north, the politicians in the north, their criminality is second to none. They steal every mineral resources in the north. They steal it. That is why the north, with California present in the north, yet the north is the poorest section of this world. The poorest part of the world, northern Nigeria. Because of the criminals in that area. And these same criminals will be the first one to accuse you of crime. They say they are born to rule, even when they have nothing in their brain. empty brains who claim to want to rule. It is sad. It is
100% vote.
We cannot continue to allow this idiocy to continue. Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to take us away from the midst of these idiots. Chukwu Okike Abiama will take us away from My fellow Biafrans, we must focus on our freedom and we must be free no matter what they do. Let us listen to this commercial before we continue.
Of the Biafra Declaration Convention in Finland, 2nd December 2024, to guide you on how to plus 44 74 47 92 91 63.
My fellow Biafrans, every one of us should stand strong and do not be deceived. Our convention is coming very soon, and we are going to speak in a very loud voice. We are going to speak in a very loud voice. Let us listen to this very video.
Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. We are different nations tied together by force. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern himself the way he likes. Are you hearing me? Let the Niger Delta have their oil. Let the East have their resources. Let the Yoruba people have their resources. Let the North have their resources. Let them manage their security. Give them state police. Let everybody guard his borders. Let everybody generate his economy. Why must we generate oil in the Niger Delta and take it to the North? Why must we generate IGR here, or the VATs, and take it to the North that generate nothing? The 10 key northern states have Sharia. Sharia says no to alcohol. Sharia says no to tobacco. But alcohol and tobacco is what give us VAT here. And you take the money from there to spend where you say you don't want, but you like the money. Fraud, unfairness, injustice. Where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states? Where did we sit down? Nigeria was negotiated 3 regions: North, West, East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came in. Where did we sit down and say we shall be 36 states plus Abuja, and the biggest one taken to the North? More local governments. Then we came with federal character. You are qualified, but from the tribe you came from, you can't be qualified. Now, you can't pass any law in that National Assembly without Northern approval. They are in larger quantity. Deliberately made so. So how do we go from there?
This is the evil of the zoo. Sometimes when we talk, you think it is only us that knows what is happening. The people in that zoo, they are pastors. They know. But the difference between us and them is that we are pursuing the solution. Their own is to come and complain and cry. After complaining and crying, they complain and cry, yet what is happening will continue to happen. But for us, we are not like that. We are not like that. Look at him mentioning everything that is wrong in the zoo, and he knows that these things cannot be corrected. It doesn't matter how you try. You are only wasting your time. And after naming all these things, knowing fully well that nothing else will make things better except ending it all, he is talking about regional government. Who is interested in regional government? The same regional government that our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, told them about in 1967, and they refused, and they brought war upon us and took the life of more than 5 million people. From 1967 till today, that war is still on. And you are still there talking about regional government. The Biafrans are not interested in regional government. All we want is a total out of the Zoological Republic. Total out of that zoo.
Igbo is a different. My Igbo Igala. Yes.
We can never, ever, ever be part of the zoo. It does not matter what they think. We have kept silent for a very long time. They have demonized us for a very long time, called us different kinds of names. We have endured. But now, it is no longer time to keep silent. Every Biafra, open your ear very well. It is no longer time to please people. Stop pleasing people. Stop pleasing your neighbor. Stop making people to like you at the expense of your own life. Stop laying your life down for anybody. You are not a Messiah. Something we have done for many, many years. Instead, it is sending us to captivity instead of liberating us. If you are a Biafran, any place you are, more especially the Igbo Biafran, stop making people to like you. Say what you want to say, fight your battle, fight your war, and go back home. Stop this nonsense, making people to like you. You want people to like you. Because of that, you talk against your own. You want people to like you. Because of that, you can't speak boldly. You want people to like you. Because of that, you cannot speak the truth. Gone are those days when we are talking to please people. Gone are those days when we talk to sound politically correct. Gone are those days when you make a speech to make them see you as a nationalist. Which nationalist? There is nothing like nationalist in the Zoological Republic. If you want to be a nationalist, pray that Biafra comes. In Biafra, you can see reason to be a nationalist. Not in the zoo. The diversity of the zoo is a deadly one. Somebody from Biafra land has nothing in common with a Fulani man. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We don't share the same ideology. We don't share the same kind of dressing. We do not share the same kind of value. We do not share the same kind of religion. We do not eat the same food. We do not look alike. There is no resemblance between a Fulani man and a Biafran. There is none. The wickedness of the British brought us together. British wickedly forced people to be together. But I bet you we will not continue to blame the British. We will not continue to blame the British. We have to take the bull by the horn to free ourselves. After all, that same British said, after 100 years, you can renegotiate and decide whether you be there or not. And that 100 years have expired in 2014. The 100 years expired 2014. More than 10 years ago. So the negotiation is supposed to have done, but they refuse to do it. Today, we are questioning everything that the Zoological Republic stands for. And we will continue to question it. We are going to question everything that the zoo stands for. Just as our Prime Minister said, we will question it. We will question it.
Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. And we'll question it with gun, we'll question it with bomb, we'll question it with civility, We will question it diplomatically and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide.
That is exactly the truth. That is the truth. And nobody seems to be talking about it. That is why we take it upon ourselves to challenge it and fight it on. We are not going to relent. We are going to fight this battle until the last man standing. Everything about the zoo is questionable. The wickedness of the zoo is so much that we can no longer continue to hide. We can no longer continue to pretend all is well. All is not well. All is not well. Every Biafran should rise up wherever you are. All is not well. We must rise up and fight it once and for all.
Did the Igbo have to go to war?
Well, I think I said it from the outset that I'm not a man of violence. And where peace will do, there's no need to go to war. And if you go through history, most wars end up on the negotiation table at the end of the day, at the end of the fighting. That's one aspect of my answer to you, but I will give you another aspect of it. You sitting here now, and somebody comes in, punching you, kicking you, biting you, spitting upon you. He even has a dagger, which means that once it goes into your heart, your end has come. I will ask you to defend yourself. No people have been killed like Nnamdi Kanu in Africa. Not even this thing that happened in Rwanda. This thing went on for many months. It went into the war. They kept bombing churches. They kept bombing markets. They kept bombing public squares. They said that starvation was a legitimate instrument of warfare.
Who said?
I always said it. I now always said, all of them said it. They blockaded Biafra. Even if I didn't say it verbally, that's the meaning. And kids were dying from lack of nutrition.
It was war.
It was war. And then all those were people who got killed for things they knew nothing about.
Igbo wanted war, right? And they got war.
Who said Igbo wanted war? Did I say anything of the sort? I'm saying that if you are attacked, you should defend yourself. And you're telling me that Igbo wanted war. Was it Biafra that attacked Nigeria?
Nigeria attacked Biafra,
yes,
right?
Nigeria attacked Biafra.
And Biafra defended itself.
Yes. Yes.
Was Biafra prepared for that war?
Biafra was, given the benefit of hindsight, that Biafra was unprepared.
Should Biafra have waited for the right time to go to war?
Yes, people suggested that would have been the best thing.
I hope you have it. Sometimes when we talk only on our voice, you misunderstand us. In the whole of Africa, the people that have been massacred most is the Biafran people. You can't even compare what happened in Biafra land to what happened in Rwanda. But today, the Rwanda genocide is recognized, but that of Biafra is not recognized. The genocide in Biafra land is not recognized. And today, even the people that committed that genocide are being celebrated in the zoo. They are being celebrated in the world. They have posts in the world. One of them is the one that just spoke in the United Nations. So many of them have appointments in the United Nations, people that committed genocide. This is how the world operates. It's about interest. That is why we must put Biafra first. Any place you are, you must put Biafra first. Don't listen to any idiotic statement from anybody. Anything that anybody is discussing with you and the interest of Biafra is not there, do not be part of it. Don't pay attention. Every discussion that does not put Biafra first, do not associate in such discussion. Don't get into it. We must defend ourselves and defend our life and our land, and the time is now. Let us hear this message from Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB.
Do you know the one that Azikiwe had? NCNC. Nigerian, is it Nigerian Council for National Council for Nigeria and the Cameroons? For every, he even went into Cameroon to look for inherit huge debt profile and empty treasury. According to Buhari, will inherit Buhari after meeting Tony Blair. They have told him you're going to win no matter what happens. We have the census figures here in Britain. I'm sure Blair must have told him, we have the census. If there is any problem, we'll say that those in the north outnumber those in the south, and everybody in the north voted for you, so you won. After all, the Northern People's Congress NPC never won one single vote outside the north, yet they formed the government that Tafawa Balewa headed. Most of you don't know this, do you? They claim they were Nigerians. That is the hypocrisy that drives me mad, that people don't quite grasp. Mohammedan Emirates of the North. They claim they are, in fact, do you know the name of their party? Northern People's Congress. Do you know the one that Azikiwe had? NCNC. Nigerian, is it Nigerian Council for National Council for Nigeria and the Cameroons? For every, he even went into Cameroon to look for people to join him. Nnamdi Azikiwe, lunatic. And Awolowo had his own little Aburo club called Action Group. Aburo. That's all they can do in Lagos. Aburo, local area boys. They can't do anything. Local champions. Nnamdi Azikiwe went about preaching for unity. Let's get together. Ahmadu Bello said, no, I want northern people only. My concern is Awasa Fulani, the north. I don't care about anybody else. And surprise, surprise, the north won. That person asking for unity, for love, for oneness, he lost. That is why when I see an Awasa man telling me about the unity, to protect the, I look at them and I laugh at them. These are hypocrites because of oil in my father's backyard. That's why you say you love me. You don't. The love is conditional on oil flowing. In fact, any day you don't even feel like it can just slaughter me. People don't understand, but we are here to teach them.
A strong message from Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB. You can't beat it. These people don't like us. They don't want to see us. They don't care about us. This very Ahmadu Bello was the same person that was interviewed, and you hear what he said about us. The hatred didn't start today. It didn't start today. Look at what he said about
killing your premier. Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East, and you can start to get the picture of the sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with Northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a Northerner first. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions coming out with a...
These are the people that planted the hatred you are seeing today. And this is the people they call their founding fathers. Look at the hate in him as he speaks. It is not today. Oh. It is not today. They don't want us. This idea of saying dominate, 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 this is the man that introduced that language, dominate. And all other regions bought it. How do they dominate you? What they translate as dominate is hard work. Instead of using that work, they are hardworking. They are too hardworking. He said they dominate. They don't take ammunition to fight you. They never raise war against you. They never fought battle. They never took your land. They come into your land, do their businesses, make money, buy land, invest in it, develop the area. Everywhere the Biafrans have been, they develop that place. They don't just go take their wealth and go back. No. They make impact any place they are. But go to Biafra and I see where the Fulanis we are giving portions to trade. Free. Free. Any place you see Amausa, it is free. They don't pay to anybody. They are giving portions free. Yet they cannot develop that place. Come there after 10 years, it's still the same way. Come there after 100 years, the same way. It will even be worse than it is. There was a place they gave them in Imo State, a very brand new place. Before you know it, it became a rubbish dump. But when you turn it around, you flip it the other way around, any place they give the Biafrans, they turn it to a city. Most of the time, they give them the sea. They give them the forest. They give them swamp, and they turn it to a home. Before you know it, some idiot will come and begin to claim their land. But while the land was fallow, you could not develop it. You could not make any impact in that land. Now that people have come to develop it, you eventually realize that you have a land. You realize you have a land. But no matter how they try, we will never stop. Every one of us must tighten up our belt. We are going to fight this battle and fight it to the last. Whatever you know you can add, any contribution you know you can make to see that Biafra comes, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. We are dealing with monsters. People who doesn't have human feeling. People who do not deserve to exist. The more you try to make them your friend, the more they seek for a way to destroy you. The Biafrans have done everything humanly possible to please these criminals. But yet, every time you make your step, every time you make an effort, they will destroy that effort and make sure you don't succeed. Let us hear this message from our Prime Minister.
Other reason why he was kidnapped from Kenya, other than to end Biafra struggle. Because they know Biafra struggle is not a crime. It's not a crime. He can never ever be sentenced and convicted in Nigeria. Never. Because there is no law. There is no law to convict Nnamdi Kanu. But you know what? The law empower them. Not even the law does not even empower them. Somehow, when they want to circumvent the law, to detain him as long as possible. You can imagine the people that were released the other day. 15 good years. 15 good years. Do you know 15 years? 15 years, you can be anything you want to be in this life within 15 years. Within 15 years, your life, everything you want to be in this life, you can achieve it within 15 years. I am very serious. If you do not achieve it within 15 years, you are going to build the foundation to prepare you to what you are going to be in life within 15 years. But you know, those people were detained for 15 good years. At the end of the day, they were going to court. Of course, they have to see a reason to detain them. They take them to court for 15 good years, only to now release them that they could not convict. So when you stay in detention for 15 good years, you have, which kind of prison I want to give you again? Okay? What it means is that in some state, in some country, you have served 30 years imprisonment. Are you aware of that? In some country, when you stay 15 years, because when they give you verdict, you have to, you know, sometimes in a place, depending on the country, you serve half of the verdict. Okay? You serve half. If they give you 10 years sentence, you are going to serve 5 years. Half of it. As a first timer. So if they give you 7 years, you serve 3.5. If they give you 30 years, you serve 15. So what kind of sentence are they going to give them? They have served systematically 30 good years for staying 15 years in prison. After 15 years, they acquitted them. So, my brother, this is the same thing these people want to do to Nnamdi Kanu, and that cannot happen. So we need to, you know, when you come, you see, I want you to understand what I'm trying to say, because for you to do to make the right choice, right decision, make right move, you must first of all understand why Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in the first place. If you do not understand the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not kidnapped, then you are not supposed to be in the leadership of this movement. So the only reason why he was kidnapped was to end Biafra struggle, and now that thing is happening. So how do you think that Nnamdi Kanu will be released when the reason why he was abducted is already happening, and you are already succumbing to it? You know, I don't understand what is going on. When you talk, they say we are looking here, the case adjourned. You are going to see Nnamdi Kanu case adjourned again. Believe me, with what is going on now, you are already dancing to the tone of the government. The government wants the Biafra agitation to end. And because you have given them the green light that you are ending it, and we will not allow it to end. When you give the green light that you are ending the Biafra struggle, they will never ever release Nnamdi Kanu until they succeed in making sure that you end everything. That was the reason. So what it means now is that it is only Nnamdi Kanu that have the gut to request for Biafra. That is what it means. And if Nnamdi Kanu have told you he have millions of people following him who can be even more dangerous, you are proving Nnamdi Kanu wrong, including proving all those who are on social media saying, you think you're Nnamdi Kanu, don't worry, you are going to see other people worse than him. You have proven those people and you are proving them wrong, including Nnamdi Kanu. That is why he said, I will not disappoint you, but you will disappoint me. Obilogo. It is happening. So my people, I want everybody to meditate on this. First of all, know the reason why he was abducted and kidnapped, and the extraordinary rendition to Nigeria is to stop Biafra struggle. And now they have tested you, you have fought for it, and you say, oh, if we do this thing now, they are not going to release him. Let us stop everything. Some of them, they have even stopped playing the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. It's very appalling. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't know whoever that is advising this kind of thing. I don't know. Because Nigeria government can never ever release Nnamdi Kanu when they have come to know that you are doing exactly why they.
Now you understand that we must not do anything that favors the Zoological Republic. We must not do anything that risks the life of Nnamdi Kanu. And one of those things is turning away from the restoration of Biafra. If you want Nnamdi Kanu to be saved, you must stay away from the politicians. You must stay away from IPOB Nigeria that have sold their soul. Stay away from IPOB Nigeria. Stay away from the politicians. We are no longer with this IPOB Nigeria. They have sold out. IPOB Nigeria are working with the governors. They didn't deny it. They confessed by themselves. And I want you to hear the confession, how they handed over everything to the governors.
To join us. And we called on them on the day of our inauguration. That if you are not part of this,
they told us, they came to us and said we should, the governors came, not the army now. The governors came and said we should hand over Eastern Security Network to them. So that
listen carefully to this very information. The person that you're hearing him voice is the Chinchi, the other one that is in Switzerland. They are HOD in Switzerland. He is telling story how they sold the ESN to the governors. They sold the ESN established by Nnamdi Kanu to the governors. And you will hear Soludo here confessing that he is working with the IPOB. Now you understand who is Soludo working for. Soludo is working for the Nigerian government as a governor. And IPOB is working with Soludo. What does that tell you? The IPOB Nigeria is working for Nigerian government. That is why today they spend all their time attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa. For the past 4 years, their attack is on Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have no other thing to say. Go to their platform, is Mazi Simon Ekpa. Now, hear their confession, how they are working with the governors and they sold the ESN.
The allegations of IPOB and all of that. But IPOB has come out and emphatically said, and I believe them, that they are no longer part of this criminal gang, as it were. And they are now working with us. And we'll probably see their own actions in the next few days. And the people are waiting to see what they can or cannot do to join us. And we called on them on the day of our inauguration. That if you are not part of this,
they told us, they came to us and said we should, the governors came, not the army now. The governors came and said we should hand over Eastern Security Network to them so that they will be paying these young men salaries and put them on salary scale and the rest of it. And now they feel that they have gotten all they want. These men, this camp has become.
They handed over to them as their desires. The politicians came to them and told them to hand over ESN, and they did. And after these governors have gotten what they wanted, then they captured the camp and turned it to whatever they have done, converted the ones they will convert to unknown gunmen, political talks, and Ebubago. That is what happened. And you see him confessing before the whole world.
These men, this camp has become the expendable for them. Now they were able suddenly to be able to go in and attack and destroy this. Of course, it's good that they took away.
It's good that they took away the ESN
billions that had been causing a lot of trouble for the Biafran people. But that is if they are not going to relocate them to another place and then begin to continue their trouble. But we are waiting for them, and we are ready for them. And while we are on this, I am appealing to the governors of the Eastern region. In fact, not only the Eastern region now, I mean the whole of the Eastern region, the Biafran states, from Ebonyi to Delta to Bayelsa to Rivers and name it,
all of you, all your governors, what I'm asking you to do tonight, Abia State Governor, I know that you will not fail your people, that your name, that the poor people will continue to talk about you. Anambra State Governor, that the people will talk about you. Enugu State Governor, Ebonyi State, Delta State, River State, all of you.
And this is it. You can see his confession. And that is why they are fighting the Prime Minister today. That is why they don't want to hear the name of the Prime Minister. They are fighting him right, left, and center. They are not fighting against the Zoological Republic that is holding them captive. They are not fighting against the zoo that is destroying Biafra land. They are not fighting against the zoo and the terrorists that is taking the life of Biafran people. They are busy fighting the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, for the past 4 years now. In the fourth year, they are still fighting and talking about him because they are working for the government. They joined the government and the politicians to fight against Mazi Simon, even to ask for his extradition. They joined them to write petition. They went to Finland to submit petition against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon. You saw them on video. That is how bad they are. And remember, the Prime Minister warned them, but they didn't listen. Today, they are gone and gone for good. Here it is when our Prime Minister warned them, but they did not listen. He warned them. The Prime Minister warned them. He warned them of what is happening today. He warned them, but they didn't listen. Here it is.
Lastly, I want to appeal to those. Let me tone down my tone. Meye na aka unu maka ịpịalụ m aka ọkpọ aka ga-agaghị emepezi until ị kụọ m ya mana ịkụcha m ya ị ga-anakwa ije ahụ because aka ahụ na-apịlụ Simon Ekpa unu agaghị akụnwu ya and unu kụọ ya unu maka nsị eme. I do not fight those who do not fight me. I only fight those who fight me. If you fight me directly, I fight you. If you fight me indirectly, I fight you. And before I fight you, I will give warning. That is me. Makana iha na ano erika. Aga na ano erika. So, and I don't choose aga na ano. I choose the fight. I fight. I don't just fight anyhow fight. But if we fight in car, in fact, now, I want Barrister Jofor to go and meditate and think deeply before.
That was when the Prime Minister warned them. He warned, they didn't listen. Today, where are they? Where are they? Every single one of them that has his hand in the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to face the consequence of their action. Wherever you are, please support the Biafran liberation under our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Tomorrow is going to be the fundraising. Join that fundraising. Support the Liberation Army for the defense of Biafra land. Biafra land must be defended. Tomorrow is fundraising. Join the fundraising. Your widow's mite can go a long way. We must defend Biafra land. As we are preparing, Chukwu Okabiama will guide and protect us. We shall overcome. No matter the attack, no matter the blackmail, no matter the propaganda, we shall overcome the enemies of Biafra. They can rise in so many ways. They can come from any angle. It does not matter the angle they come from. It doesn't matter where they rise from. We shall overcome them. Wherever you are, please focus on the restoration of independence of Biafra. Focus on things that matters. Our freedom is very, very important to us. Biafra must be free. Biafra must be free. It does not matter what the enemies say. It does not matter what they do. We must be free from the clutches of the enemies. We must have our freedom. So please try as much as possible to join the fundraising and support the Liberation Army of Biafra. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this very broadcast. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing. If you have not shared yet, please kindly share. Make sure you play your own part as we are going home. December 2nd is a D-Day, and there is no going back. Thank you, and stay safe. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama.
Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic! Thank
Biafra na-enwe ọṅụ. Ụmụ Israel na-enwe ọṅụ. Ọṅụ ka anyị ji ana. Ọṅụ ka anyị ji ana. Hey! Na so, anyị ala. Ụmụ Biafra n'ala. Anyị na-ala n'ala nsọ. Ngwanụ ka anyị lawa. Aka kpuchi ọnwa. Aka kpuchi ọnwa. We are unstoppable. We are indefatigable. Ebe anyị na-ala bụ obodo ọma. The 14 states of Biafra. Ngwanụ. Anyị ana. Ihe Chidere odego ya. Chidere anyị Biafra. Anyị alawala. Ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo, ma ndị nọ na Naịjirịa, ma ndị nọ na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche. Obi kadawala. Ọ na-agbanyụ n'ugwu na ndịda. Oge ụnụ anyị erugo. Webe ọṅụ. Webe ọṅụ. Webe ọṅụ. Eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ. Anyị apụọ. Anyị apụọ. Ana m anụ ya. Na so. Gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba, gbaa ya agba. Ezi ụka. Na so we dey do am. Papa jiri ya nwayọ. Mama gbara m egwu a. Nwayọ. Ụmụaka ụmụ Biafra ụmụ ọma. Anyị ana-anụ. Anyị ana-anụ. N'obodo ụmụ ahụ. Obodo ekwere anyị na nkwa. Ekene otito dị n'ọbasi nke igwe. Eze Chineke abịa m ụra. Onye na-etinye ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị. Odumala. Biafra, omen. Una.